Is he still here? Is he still holding on? He's holding on to the last branch. Somebody needs to go and get hold of a saw and go... Yeah, bye-bye, Boris. What we need is a new approach, a new government, a new man, whoever it is. We say goodbye to him. We say goodbye to the rest of the old cabinet. We don't want any of them. What we want is a fresh start, fresh government, fresh everything. Will be good. We want. This is one the dream person that I want to lead this country. If I was to have the magic wand and go, I can make anything happen. I will make the person who I want to lead this country. I will do this. And I wave my magic wand. The person I would want is somebody who has the power of conviction of their ideas, that what they say, they actually believe in. And then if I believe in their beliefs, I think that they will actually get on and do it. Do the things they actually say instead of listening to everybody else around and going, oh, well, will that be popular? Maybe we ought to have a bit of a think tank on that and defer things. I want somebody of action, somebody who will get on and do the task and not be all blub and bluffer, whatever that is. I want somebody to actually go out there and execute the convictions and the policies that they come up with. And I don't want policies on the back of an envelope, thank you very much, that they've just dreamt up 5 minutes ago to get them out of stick. I want them to actually think of these things and then what they promise, they do, regardless, despite the fact that there might be a little bit of a virus whizzing round, knocking off the odd person, and there might be a bit of a war going on in somewhere else. Despite those things, they should be able to go, right, okay, we'll put a team on that, and we'll put a team on that. And they can still crack on and keep this country. I want somebody who believes in this country and can get things done and fast and has everybody behind them. That's what I want. So here we go. The things that I want a Prime Minister, whether it be a man or a woman, is to deal with things like the migrants. I want our borders protected. I do. I want our borders protected. I want all those people that have come over on rubber dinghies who think that they are doctors and nurses and turn out actually to be sort of 20-year-old people who have no qualifications and no sense of where they've come from because, oh dear, we've lost our documentation. Yeah, you've lost your documentation. You chucked it in the sea. We know what's going on. And we're paying for it and we're putting you up in luxury hotels. We don't want any of this anymore. I don't want it. I want all of those people gone. I want somebody who will go, do you know what, if you come to this country illegally, we're just going to turn you around. Don't care what the rules are. Don't care if we get fined. You're not staying. Simple as that. Go. They round them up and get shot of them. That's what I want. Somebody who will actually do what they say. Won't keep going on, oh, well, we're trying the best we can, but, you know, it's very difficult because they're very evasive. No, they're not. We know where they are. Get shot of them. Easy. I also want somebody who will just deal, for once, somebody who's strong enough and not scared of the term, oh, you're a bit racist. Somebody who will actually deal with the grooming gangs. There are these girls who are being abused by, we know what type of person, we know the culture and we know the kind of countries that they come from, but for some reason the government won't actually say. They'll just say they're just Asian men, you know, Asia is such a huge continent, but we know who it is. We know exactly who it is. The police know who it is and they're allowing it to happen. All those people who know what it is and allowing it to happen, they should be immediately sacked and other people put into their place. These grooming gangs have got to stop. They've got to stop now. And we've got to have somebody who will say, do you know what? We're going to do something about it and we're going to make it happen very quickly. I don't want any of that nonsense. We also want the police to be the police. They're not social workers. They're not people who've got to have all sorts of colours painted on their car or wear makeup or try and be friendly with everybody. They are a service that they are going to make sure that if you've been burgled, they find the burglars. Simple as that. If your car's been nicked, they'll find your car. How hard can that be with all the resources that we've got these days and the technology? We'll put money into that and make sure that they get that done. We don't want people fearing that their house will be burgled or they're going to be stabbed. If you're in London where all these stabbings are going on, if we find out who these people are stabbed, we'll just build another prison and lock them up and get shot at them. We don't want these people on the streets. Fuel prices are through the roof. Let's get rid of the fuel duty. Let's get rid of the tax. I want somebody who'll say, do you know what? To build this economy, we need people to be able to get back in their cars and drive. So let's make it cheaper for people rather than trying to house them up and keep them inside. We will do something about it. We will make it cheaper so that people can earn more money and therefore they'll be paying their taxes and VAT, yes, on other things, but not fuel. That's what I want. Somebody who is going to do that. I want the teachers, all those teachers who are teaching all this weird, racist stuff, or all white people are racists, and if you're white, you're a racist by natural birth, by DNA and all this, or they're teaching all this trans and all this sexual stuff that kids really have no need to know at this stage. They can make their mind up later on in life when they're over 18, whether they want to do this, that, or the other, whatever. But in the meantime, let's just teach them basics of stuff and not all this awful, weird, lefty sort of willy-nilly pronouns, this and this, that and the other. We don't want any of that. And we want the teachers to be transparent, that they can show us, if we're interested, exactly what they're teaching the kids and not keep it secret, which seems to be what's going on. So I want a Prime Minister who will sort that out. I want a Prime Minister who is going to stop building on the greenfield sites and on farms. I want a Prime Minister who says, do you know what? Our land is the most important thing that we have in this country. Our farmland is sacrosanct. People have been farming on that land for generations. We don't know what's going to happen in another 100 years. That land, farmland particularly, should be ring-fenced. You cannot build on it. Farmers, if you can't make money out of it, then I'm sorry, that's the end of that. But we're not going to build houses and change it and put concrete structures on farmland. We need that land to be as self-sufficient as we can. After all, when global things happen like they are happening at the moment, we can't get wheat out of the Ukraine and things like that, maybe we should be growing much more of our food than we do. And that's therefore, I want a Prime Minister who will ring fence the greenfield belts and the farmland particularly, that you cannot build on it, so that we can encourage more farmers to get into the industry rather than leave the industry. I want a Prime Minister that will reform the NHS, that will encourage people who already live here to get into the NHS, to be the doctors and the nurses that we need, rather than trying to pull them from other countries. I think the people in other countries, poorer countries, who apparently were sending us all these doctors and nurses, they need those doctors and nurses for their own country. Let's not brain drain them and take them from somewhere else. Let's train the wonderful people that we have in this country already. That's what I think I need from a Prime Minister. And I want a Prime Minister who will get rid of this green agenda nonsense and think about net zero. Yes, we can reduce the carbon. I personally don't believe that there is this man-made carbon problem, but I have no qualms with trying to clean up the environment and getting rid of pollution. I think that's an absolutely good thing, but I don't think that we need to leap through hoops that is going to, when we're in a crisis, that we need to panic too much about whether we're burning a few fossil fuels at the moment, and we can transition over the next 50 to 100 years. I think we've got more time, and I think those people who are giving us the alarming stories of how the Maldives is going to disappear underwater and that New York will vanish and all of this kind of rubbish, I think we need to face it on and say that's rubbish. We need to get the economy going and sort people's lives out, and that is a crucial thing. That's the kind of Prime Minister I want. Is there anybody out there, surely, who can do that job? If you know of somebody, please, whatever you do, get them ensconced at number 10 immediately, because we need to sort this country out and we need to do it now.